Okay, then, from Ondo, let's go straight to Edo. You know, in politics, forgiveness is not absolute. It is possible to forgive someone without reconciling with him. In Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki has said that to err is human, to forgive divine, end quote. And that public apology by his deputy, Phillip Shuaibu, is acceptable to him. That's the governor. Also, that as a person of faith, he, Governor Obaseki, is bound to accept his apology. But we caution that when you bury the hatchet, do so with a handle.
You know, you've not had the last of the drama in Edo State.
Even as it stands?
Yes, the deputy governor apologized publicly. It was well reported last week. He looked into the camera and said, look, I apologize for my conduct. I'm missing my governor. I want us to continue to work together the way it used to be. I want us to finish strongly. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. He was saying that about his governor. Now, people waited a little bit to see what will happen afterwards. Some people then sat down and concocted a story that the governor had given him some conditions if he wants to be forgiven, which includes, but not limited to, him stepping out of the governorship race. But the governor said...
Succession politics at play here.
Yes, that is what, you see, most people who are falling apart with their deputies, usually during the transitional period. Even Oshomole. When Oshomole picked Obaseki, he split his cabinet into two. Many of them went, supported his deputy at that time. But Oshomole insisted that it was Obaseki that he wanted.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's feeling now. You know, that must rank as one of the regrets, one of the biggest regrets of Oshomole's life.
As we speak.
Yes, because they dragged him like a tiger generator. He was forced to, in fact, I would say that it was his insistence on punishing Obaseki's lack of loyalty that eventually got him removed as APC national chairman, because Obaseki's friends, fellow governors, ganged up against him. And the then president didn't really do anything about it, because he was led to believe that Obaseki will eventually come back to the APC. So that must be Oshomole's biggest regret, that he had to back this man who fell out with him so quickly. Now, we've seen something similar happening now. Clearly, Obaseki does not want Shaibu to succeed him.
Yeah.
He has a different person. He wants a banker, as I've had to succeed him. So he's not looking in Obaseki's direction. Now, how do you get, he's not looking in Shuaibu's direction. How do you get Shuaibu to step out of the race to pave way for your own candidate? It's either you muzzle him, intimidate him, diminish him, and see if in anger he could leave the party for you. Some have employed such tactics and succeeded. So we don't know. We can't say with certainty now whether Shaibu will eventually go to the APC, where his former party, or he will stay put in the PDP and slug it out in the primaries with the governor's choice. No one knows. But there's still a long time between now and the election in Edo State. There's still a long time. It's about a year or so. So they have the opportunity to mend fences properly. I could see from the governor's press statement that he's approaching that matter with caution. He's not convinced that that Shuaibu's apology is genuine. He's not convinced at all.
So there's a tinge of suspicion here.
Yes, yes. And he literally blamed Shaibu for all of what happened. Here is a man that merely wanted to greet you at a function. You got your aides to block him.
Yeah.
That you diminished him before your aides just to say hello, sir. Even where people quarrel, it doesn't stop them from greeting one another. But to show it, to intimidate him, you got him embarrassed by security aides.
Yeah.
You kicked him out of the government house complex.
Locking the
You said he
the
should
gate.
go to an office that they were using for logistics and all that. You locked the gate against him. That was after you got him to withdraw the court. As you know, he went to court to seek an injunction to stop his impeachment. But they got church leaders and other people to prevail on him to withdraw that matter because they kept saying, no, there was no plan to impeach. So the deputy governor withdrew.
So back down.
But in spite of that, the serial diminishing of his office continued.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying we've not had the last. Maybe even after this, what the governor can do, which I doubt that he will do, but I'll be happy if he can silence me, is to say, okay, in view of the new attitude,
Yeah.
come back to the office that you were using before now.
Before, yeah, yeah.
So if it takes such a step, we will now see that, okay, this rapprochement between both men is really working. But if you still shut him away from the government house complex and he wants to greet you, you are stopping from greeting you, then it means that you have not accepted the apology. You are only pretending.
Yeah, yeah. But he has told you and I that he's a man of faith. Please underline that.
When a politician tells you he's a man of faith, you believe him at your own peril. Politicians.
All
You
understand
know what
that.
politicians, you know who they are. Politicians. Politician stands before you.
If they say it's raining outside, go and check. Maybe the sun is actually shining.
Paul, the number 2 man job in this country, even at the center in Abuja, it didn't come easy.
Yes, it's very unfortunate that governors treat their deputies as appendages, But for even the vice president, there are some constitutionally assigned roles for the vice president. Is in charge of the economic council and all of that. I'm thinking maybe we should tinker with our laws such that deputy governors will have specific roles in the constitution.
Yeah.
You understand? Otherwise, governors that have this emperor-like disposition, people like Obaseki will continue to treat their deputy governors like people that, like robots that cannot have a mind of their own.
Yeah. Well, again, still talking about this, many of our politicians hardly read because I mentioned it in passing. 48 laws of power. Let me please allow this. Number 1 is Oga. Law number 3, don't show your hand too early. So succession politics is going to create problems.
But really, you can say that, but there is nothing wrong in a deputy governor having a political ambition. See, so long the deputy governor is performing his duties, he's not disobeying his boss, whatever he's asked to do, he does it and all of that. Now, if he chooses to contest an election, The governor is free to support whoever he wants to support. You understand? But don't stand in the way of your deputy governor. You know, I remember in 2023, when...
2023.
No, sorry, I beg your pardon. When I'm talking about, I want to talk about 2003, I think, or 2007, when Tinubu was to, and in Lagos here, you know, a lot of people came out and said they wanted to contest. A lot of commissioners, people in his cabinet, you know, said he didn't discourage any of them. You understand? But he supported Fashola. You understand? He didn't discourage anybody from contesting. He supported Fashola. Now, what we are trying to say is that it doesn't have to necessarily pitch his tent with Shuaibu. But humiliating him, you know, he says he's a man of faith. But I'm asking, where was his faith when he snubbed him at a public function? Where was that faith when he threw him out of the state government house? Where was that faith when his access was blocked from...
As we speak now, he's born again.
I hope he will not backslide.
It's an interfaith, it was a church event.
It was a church event, and it was a church event. If he feared God.
Well, that it came from him.
So we'll see whether his salvation, whether salvation is genuine.
It was a Thanksgiving event.
It was a church event. It was a religious event.
But
and
he still didn't allow him to greet him. I see politicians who greet one another, who even hug, but
on the inside.
Obaseki cannot even. He can't even pretend. He can't even pretend.
Okay, but me, I hear loyalty in politics is 110%. I don't know where that takes us. I wish the political actors